Catapult, 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 catapult. Got it. Okay. Hi, it's Sean coming to you from Games of Berkeley, and we've got a brand new game we're going to be taking a look at today. It's really exciting. It's a very fun one. Catapult Feud. It is brought to us by Iowa, and more specifically by Christian Foch. It's really neat, so let's just get right to it and get in there, shall we? Alright, so we've got a very simple set of instructions, which is great because the game itself is relatively simple. It's designed for 2 players, and the age recommendation is 7 and above, but I think it's really going to be almost all ages once we get into it, because man, there's just a lot of fun stuff in here. So, like I said, gameplay very simple 2-page set of rules. One page gives you your setup, the other page gives you your actual rule gameplay, and then we've got these absolutely gorgeous play tiles where you're going to be able to set up your castles and your catapults and take out your troops. And speaking of our troops, we've got this wonderful bag, you know, the requisite bag of holding, that has our catapult stones and our rubber bands. We're going to need to affix that to our catapults when we get to those in just a second. So first off, this top comes off and we've got our very exciting catapults. Now you're going to have to affix your own rubber bands in order to play, but we'll be doing that here in just a moment. And then underneath the rest of it, we have our very, very important castle walls. And we've got some nice bricks going on with these castle walls. They're well made, good stock, good heft to them. Setting up Catapult Feud is actually really simple and actually kind of fun too. The first thing that I want to point out, because I think it's very important, because we may have some young ones trying to build these as well, is that the catapults are actually very, very simple to construct. They come pre-assembled in there in the game itself. You're just simply going to wrap the rubber band around the back of it like that, and it's going to have a nice catapult ready to launch some stones. All right, so setup of the game is very straightforward, very, very simple. You are going to have a play space that is going to be 1.5 meters or 5 feet apart. You're going to have your different play mats, which are your territories, that are going to be set at a distance apart from you. Each player is going to wind up with your 5 troops, your catapult, and your 4 stones, and your accompanying walls. When you're building, the setup is fairly straightforward. You're going to wind up with 3 of those cards. That'll come in later as action cards. Otherwise, you are just simply going to be setting your blocks. You'll note that there are 2 types of different pieces when it comes to your color-coded bricks for this. You've got your gate and you've got your walls, right? So once you're all done building your castle, you're also gonna then take your soldiers, because you gotta have your soldiers man these walls. And they're gonna wind up getting put up on those castle walls if you want to. Now, you do have a special rule when it comes to the soldiers. You don't have to place all of your soldiers on the castle if you don't want to. You can place them on the ground. But if they're on the ground, they need to stay 1 measurement away. The game takes this into consideration and makes it easy too. They include a nice little measuring token. So if I wanted to put a guy on the ground, I could, very simply. He's just got to be 1 away from the wall. Nice and simple. So once your 2 castles are ready for war, and the Catapult Feud is ready to begin, there's one more step you've got to do. You've got to get orders for your armies. These come in the form of Catapult Feud action cards. It's pretty hard. You're gonna get 3 of them, and you can get more as your troops are knocked out of gameplay. So it's kind of like a way to bolster you as you're getting weaker and weaker in gameplay. So this is called the tactics phase. It's the first phase of the game. You're able to play one of your cards if you want to. You can go straight on into phase 2 of the aim phase, but I am gonna play my move card. I'm gonna move 3 of my guys. Phase 2 of your turn is the aim phase. So I'm going to take my catapult here, I'm going to aim it at my opponent's fortress, pull this back, and then I'm going to fire. Yeah! Now it's my cleanup phase. So I'm going to take my boulder back, I'm going to get out of the way so that the other player can take their turn.
Alright, and I'm going to use my rapid shot, which means I get to fire twice. So I'm going to aim, and then I'm going to fire twice.
Clean
Just
miss!
Oh! And now it's time to clean up. So I'll grab 2 of my balls back, and he removes any pieces he has from the board. And then we repeat.
Rinse and repeat. Well, that is, I mean, aside from the tragic loss of Sir Cuppity, that is the basics of a Catapult Feud. Hopefully you'll fare a little better than my army. I'm going to seek some vengeance now. Take out my guy. Terrible shot. Try that again.
Oh man.
Okay. So that's our violent take on Catapult Feud. A lot of fun, as you could clearly see. So we're taking pre-orders now. Don't tell us you already got one, because it's available on the 17th. Real quick, I want to take a moment just to say thank you to all of our Patreon members, and really anybody that comes on in and spends some time with us. You really are what makes Games of Berkeley, Games of Berkeley. Thanks. We'll see you around soon.